It's a good one. Let's talk about this. So, with everyone being stuck at home and using social media, dating apps, language learning apps, and just talking to random people all the time, I noticed there's also an increase of all these random people, specifically from China. They say they're from Hong Kong, but you never know. But mostly Chinese people, that is Chinese girls that are essentially cute. They start talking to you. Sometimes it takes a few weeks. I've actually looked at some research. I looked at a few people who commented and shared their story. And in my case, there's a few girls who hit me up and they started talking about this within a few days or even within a few hours. The gist of it is that they say that they are traders. They say, oh, my uncle is an analyst, or I know somebody who's a analyst who tells me when to buy and when to sell. And they talk about gold specifically. I'm not sure why only gold, but they talk about gold. Oh, Jesus. They talk about gold and they say, invest in gold and you're going to be rich. Oh, I made this much money. I invest 10,000. I made 20,000. And all these crazy returns that if you've ever, traded, you know that it's very risky and it's very crazy, almost impossible to have that much return and not be gambling essentially. Anyway, so I was just looking online. I'm just talking to people on these language learning apps and like just Tinder and random apps, just talking to random people. And then these people just come up straight away. And you know what? The funny thing is they straight away ask, they're like, oh, do you have any other apps? Do you have WhatsApp? Do you have any other app? Because I think they don't want to get banned from that app or for whatever reason. And then they start talking and then they try to sweet talk you. I'm looking at my phone here as well. Look at that. They sent a screenshot of like their earnings. They have like $200,000 in their account. And they're saying, oh, I can make a lot of money. What do you do? Do you ever invest? And they just talk to you about all these different things. And basically their goal is to either, they say, oh, you're so handsome, blah, blah, blah. They send you cute photos and stuff just so you can like them and stuff. And then if they ask you what you do for your work, just to see how much money you have. And they ask you to sign up. Like there's a link, they send you a link here. Zoom. Oh, focus. Here we go. Chinese. You basically sign up and you can deposit money and you will never see that money ever again. And then they just tell you, oh, I was saying, oh, is this broker based in China? They're like, oh, no, it's MT4. MT4 is just a platform. It's a software that you use to link up to the other brokers that are anywhere. They all use the same thing. It's a MetaTrader, I believe. I haven't traded for a long time. And then I asked, oh, I have 50,000 and 100,000. What do you think I should invest? Obviously, she's like, oh, yeah, I think you should invest 100,000 because I made 200,000, blah, 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 and you can do too. And then she sends me photos. I'm gonna like show you these. Interestingly enough, the first photo she shows me, there are people on their phone at the back. So I don't know if they are over here, this one and that one. I don't know if they're all working, same thing essentially. And they're trying to scam people just, on the app, getting to sign up. Look at that. How do you not trust that beauty, huh? And then she asked me for my photo and I thought it would just be weird not to send it. But I was playing along the whole time and I just keep saying, yeah, okay, blah, blah. And she's saying, oh, do you have any requirements for your girlfriend? I'm like, she better beautiful and smart like you. Oh my God, I want to marry you. And I try to make it too obvious for her. And then at the end, she goes, oh, I was like, okay. She's like, okay, let me think about it. Maybe we can be in a relationship together. I'm like, okay, that would be awesome. And she's like, tell me stories. I like to know more about you. I like to hear about your stories. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me tell you a story. check out this link here. I sent her a link of this exact same thing. There's basically this 10, it says 10 sweet talking pretty girls among suspects arrested over London gold trading scams in Hong Kong, police says. So Hong Kong police actually arrested these girls for doing the same thing, essentially getting people to sign up in social media apps. And there's few people who have come forward and just told their stories. And I just saw on Reddit another thread, there's this people saying, oh, be careful on Tinder and other language exchange apps from people from China mostly who are interested in investing. They start talking by saying, oh Jesus, I dropped my phone. They keep saying, oh, I'm interested in investing, it's my business, I've been here, I've been there. And I talked to a few of them, just, you know, research purposes for this video. And one of them saying, you know, oh, I'm in Melbourne with my uncle. And I was like, where in Melbourne? She's like, no idea. She couldn't say anything about Melbourne. If you're from America, obviously, Melbourne is a different city. Sydney, Melbourne. Anyway, this one is like, oh, I recently was in Melbourne, in Sydney, and they just use their app to set location in different cities, targeting mostly Australians because, I don't know, I talked to my funniest part here. I talked to my Chinese friend who's like, I don't know, been here for a while, so I trust her. I don't know. And I was talking to her. I was like, hey, what's going on? What's the deal with this? I noticed there's a lot of people talking about this. She's like, oh yeah, I have a friend, Australian guy, who's a doctor who's earning $400,000 per year, and he got scammed for this video, for this freaking, I can't even talk right now. He got scammed for this thing exactly. He invested all his super. He lost all his money. Think about it. A doctor earning $400,000 a year, okay? Over a few years, I would assume he had over $200,000 in his super because he's an older guy too. He has lost all his life saving. I wanted to give her a call. Let me see if I can talk to her.
That was quick.
Yeah, I told you, it's going to be like literally 1 second.
Well, why did you hang off then? Might as well just stay on the phone.
No, I'm just setting things up here. So anyway, so tell me about this guy. What happened? Who is this guy? And what happened?
Okay, so this guy, he always does like a self-managed super fund. So, you know, he can actually withdraw his super because it's self-managed, right?
Right.
And then he's a 40-something, really handsome. He does like surfing, everything, like a handsome man.
Right.
I don't usually call man handsome, but this is like a really good-looking tall guy that earns $400,000 a year. You know, a doctor. They have like $4 million house at Maruba, and have another like a $2 million apartment in Chatswood, the Railway Square. You know, like and then did a lot of investment and stocks and this and that. Really clever. Anyway, so
really clever? I don't think so.
No, really clever as in, you know.
No, okay, smart guy.
Yeah, a smart guy. Anyway,
right.
So I saw him in October, and then he met this girl online. I don't know how. So from wherever the girl approached him.
Online chat. Yeah,
online chat. They've been chatting for months. So how the girl lured him in is like, she showed him her bank account.
Right.
And with this bank account, so it was doing like those kind of the coin thing, right? So
right.
It's the coin. It's not, you know what I'm talking about.
Cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah, cryptocurrency, but you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, and then he showed him the bank account, and he said it was, I can't remember, there must be like 100 million or something in her account.
Oh my god.
And that could be fake as well.
100%. It's all fake, right?
I know, but then this is like a proper fraud. You know, like it's well organized. And then she showed him a link, like a training link.
Yeah.
It looked like eToro. You know, like it's kind of that kind of a link. It looks so legal and formalized. You know, like eToro or IG. It's still like in middle. You're not like buying directly.
Right.
You don't hold the. you don't hold those stocks. You still use the third source. So anyhow, there was like a genetic link. And then she said, you know, he deposits money, he can buy and sell.
Right.
Anyway, so he withdrawn all of his super. Because with the
how much was that?
I cannot ask.
Roughly, do you think? It would be over 200,000, right?
Or easily, come on.
400? $500,000 probably? Jesus.
Probably, yeah.
Oh
and then,
my God.
Nothing. Anyway, and then he because with the self-managed super fund, because you can use your self-managed super fund to like trade on eToro or IG.
Right. Yeah.
Because at the end you just have to do like a tax,
declare your tax. Yeah.
Declare the tax, and then also you have to do the audit as well. But anyway, so he loaded all the money on the platform, and I think the first couple of days it was like having like 20-30% rise every day.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah. And then like after a week, right, it's just like it drops like 30-50% every day.
50%.
I know. And then how it works is that it takes forever for you to it's instant when you transfer the money.
And when you want to withdraw, it takes a long time.
That's right. And then he can't because it's stuck. You know what I mean? And he always had a hope that it's not like he transferred the money to the girl's bank account. I'm telling you, these are like a proper real.
Yeah, 100%. I know. Okay.
And I said to him, like, I saw him in October. I was so pissed off. I said, you know, there's so many scams are like that. And the girl's from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah,
and everything.
I talked to the girl from Hong Kong too. Wow.
Well, I can't guarantee that's the same gang that was doing the similar thing. And then anyway, so you get, and I think, what did I say? I said to him, I said, this is a fraud. Like, and then you know what he said to me? I still remember what he said to me. He said, you don't understand how he thought this girl is really fond of him. So she would have shared all the knowledge.
So he liked the girl too? Like, he's into the girl?
Of course he's into the girl. Right. That's why, you know, he thought the girl is very fond of him. That's why he does it. But obviously because he's transferring money not to her account, to a platform. So he thought it was safe.
Oh my God. Why are people so stupid? I don't understand.
Well, no, I asked him. I said, why do you do this? You know, like, and then he said to me, there's no other way that he could earn so much money in such a period of time. But he said, I'm old enough, like, you know, like.
How old is he?
I think he's 45. That's nothing.
Okay, not too old, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's not too old. But then anyway.
But like a little bit older than like us, essentially. So, fair enough.
Oh, well, you know, they think differently. So anyway, he said he wanted to take the opportunity to gamble. Because he said, you know, it's a super.
With $500,000? Unbelievable. That is crazy.
But I can tell you this, if he does that, I can guarantee you there's a lot of people that does it.
I can guarantee you too, and that's why there's probably so many people like working on this, and they're trying to, because there's a market for it. You might as well, you know, and you know, that's why I like making like videos explaining to people all these different scams that I come across, just so I can share my information and just raise awareness. You know, it's crazy. Anyway, thanks for telling me that story.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you have a good night then.
There's a couple other stories that I thought I'll just put them into this video because this is just about scams. And as you know, you watch all my videos, you know I hate scammers and scamming. It's just the most disgusting act anybody can do to leverage trust and manipulate people and to steal all their money. This is the saddest thing. Alright, now let's talk about the second scam. This is a scam that I've noticed also happening a lot on classified websites like Gumtree in Australia, probably Craigslist in the US. Essentially, it's somebody who's trying to sell their flight ticket. This was before the situation that we are in right now. And they say that, oh, I can't make it anymore, blah, blah. What they do is they go online, they make the booking that you want, essentially. They get the first look at the flights, and then they send it to you. Hey, is this flight looks good to you? You're like, yeah, that looks perfect. And boom, later, they ask you to transfer them some money for the ticket, for the flight change. Then they change the flight to your name, you get a confirmation, and guess what? They are still the original owner because that's the first booking they've ever made. So then they will try to sell it to another person, and they get another person, another person, another person, and they keep selling it. How do I know this? Because I traced this, the ID of that guy, because I was actually making an inquiry. I was actually interested in going overseas a few months ago, but obviously couldn't. So anyway, traced the ID, the IP of the email, and it was in America. Now they use, I'm pretty sure they use VPN from either India or whatever, and yeah, it's based there, so that's what they do. And the guy was saying, oh yeah, I'm from Sydney. I'm like, yeah, right. Anyway, that was the second story of the second scam, so flight scams. And there is one more scam of you activated, I have, okay, give us some money in Bitcoin because I will destroy your life and your reputation because I activated your webcam on your laptop, and I've hacked your laptop, and I can see that you browsed a porn website, watched the video, and jacked off. And your performance wasn't so good, blah, 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 blah. They try to make it really real, because I actually read it and I was just like, wait a minute. It was really, really convincing. And, you know, I'm consider myself an expert in scams, so definitely not very easily fooled. So I saw that and I'm just like, oh my God. You know what? This is great. Any publicity is good publicity. I want to get more subscribers. And I replied, I said, oh my God, please, can you release it to all my friends and family? You know, because I do want this to go wild and go national. I do want to make it to the news, and I want to become a YouTuber, a big famous YouTuber. Please, please do that. Please, I don't have any money, so just release it, please. Let's do it. Anyway, that was obviously a scam too, and that's the third scam. But the craziest one was this Chinese girls, sweet talking people, because I actually heard that this guy lost all his life investment and all his life saving, and he's a doctor, he's a smart guy. Why would you fall for such a... it angers me so much. Look, I just wanted to make this quick video, tell you about these 3 scams that I've seen during this quarantine time, share it with you. If you've never heard of it, now you know. Please, 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 please share this video with your friends, with your family, share it with anybody, like, comment if you heard about this. I just want as many people as possible to see this video so they don't fall for this. Anybody who you know, they're stuck at home, share this, because I think everyone's going to come across at least one of these, because you know, within like a few days, I had 10, 20 Chinese girls contacting me. And I just told them like, hey, can you like be creative? Come up with a different scam, because you're all using the same line, saying you're all investors and all investing in gold. Just be creative, so at least it's believable. Jesus, I'm not that stupid at all. Anyway. All right. See you in the next video.